Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining OACAC for our virtual college exploration. We're really excited to have you and hope that you learn a lot over the next 45-minute session. During this webinar, your cameras and microphones are off, so the presenter cannot hear or see you. However, we would love for you to ask questions using the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. As a reminder, a recording of this session will be available at oacac.org. And we encourage you to browse future sessions by checking out the website as well. At this time, I'll turn it over to Heidelberg University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah. I am an admission counselor at Heidelberg University. I'm also a Heidelberg graduate. I am going to go ahead and share my screen so you can see our presentation here. And just a little bit about Heidelberg. This is what you would typically see on a group visit at Heidelberg. But if you visit in person, it's a much more personal conversation, one-on-one with an admission counselor. So here at Heidelberg, we are located in Tiffin, Ohio, up in Midwestern Ohio. As far as our enrollment goes, we have about 1,100 students on campus. In our classes, our average class is about 17 students. So you will see some classes smaller than that and larger, but if you average those out, it ends up being about 17, with that student to faculty ratio being 13-1. So your relationship with those professors can be a very close and personal relationship where they definitely understand what's going on with you, what your interests particularly are, and are able to cater to you accordingly. Most of those professors do have the highest degree in their fields. So not only do they have a professional background in the area that they're teaching, but they've also gotten a PhD or master's, whatever the highest degree would be in that field. With our student body, most of them are not only just students, but they're also involved in something else on campus, whether that be athletics, a special interest group, leadership group, anything like that on our campus. And also we throw in here something we're very proud of at Heidelberg is that our medical school acceptance rate is 84%. So a lot of times people don't think of schools that are smaller like Heidelberg as a place to go for a pre-med program, but because of the relationships and the opportunities you have with us being a smaller school, we do have a great acceptance rate into those postgraduate medical programs. I do encourage you guys, if you do have any questions along the way, to put those in the chat, and as long as I see them, I will answer them as we go or at the end of this presentation. So as I mentioned, we are located in Tiffin, Ohio. So it is a smaller community. We have about 18,000 people that live in Tiffin, but it's a very friendly area to be. Here in Tiffin, our mayor is actually a Heidelberg graduate, and he is a younger politician as well. So he's definitely an advocate for our students, making sure that they have what it is that they're looking for in a college town. So not only do we have local places, we have a number of brand name places for you to shop, eat, those types of things as well. And with us having that close-knit community, there are a number of networking opportunities for you to look for future jobs or even internships. We definitely want you to get out and about in that community and make those connections to help you in the future. We are a very safe community as well here in Tiffin. We've actually been nationally ranked for safety for college communities of our size. So it's definitely a place where you can feel comfortable going out and about into the downtown area off of campus. Anywhere that you're looking for a university, you obviously are going to check out that campus itself, but also it's great to look at the community that surrounds it and see what opportunities you may have there as well. So when you come to Heidelberg, most students do live on campus. We do allow students within a certain radius to commute, and juniors and seniors have the opportunity to live off campus, but most students do choose to live on campus for all 4 years. We have a lot of flexibility when it comes to residence life. When it is your freshman year, you'll have that traditional dorm room where you have a roommate restroom down the hall that's shared with your floor. But as you get older, you have more freedom and flexibility. So sophomores have what we call pod style. It's more of a community style living. And then juniors and seniors have suite style housing, even apartments and townhouses. We have brand new townhouses that were built here at Heidelberg this past summer that have 4 students with private rooms sharing a 2.5 bath townhouse. So a lot of private space. It gives you that comfort of having your own place, but you're also still living on campus. So you have that safety net of having the university here to help you. And then we also have some themed housing, including gender equality housing, women's specific housing, and some other options as well. And along with that, if you're living on campus, you definitely need to eat on campus, but we do also allow off-campus students to have a meal plan. Our meal plan here at Heidelberg for our residential students is completely unlimited. So you can go to our dining hall as often as you want and eat as much as you want and not have any additional cost. So if you want to go in and just grab a banana and coffee in the morning, come back for a second breakfast after class, you're welcome to do that and you won't have any extra costs. And you also don't have to worry about running out of swipes at the end of the week. Everything's completely unlimited. So if you want to go in there and have your Thanksgiving feast every day, you can do that. But on top of our unlimited dining hall option, we do have what we call Berg Bucks, which you can use at any of our on-campus restaurants. So those Berg Bucks are essentially a cash value that's loaded onto your student ID or your meal plan. So it's like a gift card that you can utilize at our Berg Bistro 1850, which is our on-campus restaurant, our Sour Wine Power Bar, which is our smoothie and protein shake station in our fitness facility, or at our coffee shop. You can use those Berg Bucks as well. And those are all on campus, definitely within walking distance of not only your dorm room, but also your classrooms. And then on top of those options, we also have our clean plate station, which is located in our dining hall. It's open to any student, but it is specifically targeted towards students who might have a dietary restriction, whether that be an allergy, if they're vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, anything like that. At our clean plate station, we can guarantee that there's no cross-contamination. So you know that you can eat something in that dining hall at any time. So that makes it very accessible to all of our students, that you have food, you don't have to worry about eating in your dorm room or preparing your own meals if you do have any restrictions. We are completely accessible to you in our dining hall. And we also make sure to label everything that we have on campus in those dining options. So you know if there is gluten in something in this normal part of the dining hall as well. As far as academics go, we are a liberal arts university. So here at Heidelberg, your classes are going to be broken into thirds. A third of your classes are in your major, a third are gen ed hours, and the last third are hours of your choice or elective hours. The really nice thing with that is that means that you have the flexibility to, for one, change your mind if you don't necessarily want to stick with the major that you have selected as a freshman, or if you don't know what you want to do. That's perfectly okay. 80% of students across the country actually change their major at least once. And if you look at the national average, they actually change their major 3 times. So it's perfectly okay to not know what you want to do at 17, 18 years old. I was one of those people that didn't know. I changed my major and I still graduated on time. We actually have a 4-year graduation guarantee. But with these classes, with the elective hours that we do offer, it gives you the flexibility to have a double major, have a minor, or just add some classes that you might think are interesting to you or would add to your curriculum to help you down the road. So you can really make your education completely customized to you. So with our programs, we have quite a few options here listed out. You can see that the ones that do have an asterisk are minors and concentrations. But really, if you look at these areas that we have for majors, they're going to cover about 90% of the jobs that you've heard of. The other 10%, we're honest about. If we don't have a major that aligns with your career paths, we're going to help you figure out what that pathway would be best for you to achieve your goals. We want you to be able to find who you are and what you're going to be good at. And we hope that you would find those in our majors here at Heidelberg. One unique thing to us, more so than some schools, is your admission counselor is actually going to be based off of your major once you are accepted. So if you have specific questions about your area, you will have an admission counselor who will be able to answer those questions for you. And if they don't know, then they'll have close relationships with the faculty in the area as well that can help you to find those answers. On top of your academic programs, we have some other opportunities here at Heidelberg. One of those is our student research. So no matter what your major is, you will be doing research of some sort. If you're looking into the sciences, we have some great opportunities with a cadaver lab or donor body lab on campus. We have a live animal lab, and then some of those other students are going to be doing research more direct to their major. So you might be, if you're a business major, creating a business plan for something that you want to do in the future and having the professors help you through that. At Heidelberg, we actually have our juniors and seniors present their research on our campus. We have a student research conference where students at Heidelberg, as well as some from other universities, will come and present that to not only our students, but community members as well, and really be able to showcase what it is that they've learned in their 4 years here at Heidelberg. We also offer the opportunity for our students to study abroad. So you can go anywhere in the world as long as your credits will transfer back and that the US says is safe for you to go to. We actually have a partnership with Heidelberg University in Germany, where you can go there for a 6-week program, a semester-long or year-long program. So if you don't want to have that commitment of going for, those 4 to 6 months for a semester long, you can do that summer program and just be gone for 2 months. You can also go, as I said, anywhere in the world as long as your credits will transfer back. The partnership with Germany is just one that we do highlight specifically on our campus. We also have an honors program, so students who do qualify will receive an invitation to join that program, and they have some different course options that they're able to take with that honors program here at Heidelberg. And as I mentioned, we have a 4-year graduation guarantee. So our students, when you come here, we can let you know you will be done 4 years from your start. As long as you're meeting with your academic advisor and passing your classes, we guarantee you will be done in 4 years. And we will put our money where our mouth is if you aren't able to do that, and take care of everything for that 5th year if something would happen that you can't graduate in 4 years. So we're really looking to make sure you can keep on track with that plan. You start school, you do freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, and then you're moving on to whatever the next step may be for you. We also, along with that, have a PlusOneAdvantage MBA tuition-free scholarship program here at Heidelberg. So this is a scholarship for our Masters of Business Administration. Any student who comes to Heidelberg and graduates within 4 years or less with any major and at least a 3.0 can stay and do our master's program. It is a 12-month program and is going to add an extra set of skills that you would need as an employee down the road. So we do focus a lot on leadership skills, but also business skills, because a lot of employers are looking for those, and every single industry is a business in some sort, whether that be if you want to go into the arts, if you're a theater major, those theaters are actually a business when you get down to the nitty-gritty of it. So you would be able to do this as a theater major or as any major here at Heidelberg. Also, in addition to your normal curriculum, we do have our Hype Career Ready program, which how this was developed, Heidelberg went to employers and asked them, what are you looking for in students outside of them having a bachelor's degree? And these skills listed on the left here are what they said. So we actually cancel class 6 times a year where we have days dedicated to each of these 6 skills. So when you graduate from Heidelberg, you will have 25 times that you have had days specifically dedicated to soft skills like these. We do bring in some of these people shown on the right here who are expert level speakers on the topic that they're coming in for. And then in the second section of that day, you will have small group sessions where you will hone in on those skills and develop the skill of the topic of the day on a personal level. So when you graduate, you'll also have these all transcripted. So it will show exactly which sessions you've taken between freshman and senior year. Outside of academics, we also want our students to really just have fun and try new things while they're here at Heidelberg. So we have a number of different opportunities for our students to get involved with. We have music programs on campus where you can get involved no matter what your major is. They invite all students to audition and participate in those. We have a music and a band program that is being led by John Waters right now that is growing tremendously. And he loves having students across the board come and participate. We have athletics at Heidelberg as well. So we are a part of Division III Ohio Athletic Conference. So you are able to participate in those as well. And we have other opportunities through Greek life. Here at Heidelberg, we have local Greek life. So with that, we don't have any national affiliation, but that can be a benefit financially to you. It's a little more affordable for our students, and it's also completely ran by our students. So that gives them a little bit extra responsibility and leadership in determining everything that happens with that Greek group. We have religious life on campus, as well as honoraries, special interest groups, as well as diversity groups, student government like student senate, and community service opportunities and organizations for our students as well. And we really want our students to take advantage of these. Even if you are an athlete, we want you to get involved in something else on top of that and really get outside of your normal comfort zone and try new things. So as far as applying to Heidelberg, we are completely test optional. So when you do submit your application, you don't have to send that to us at all. We only require that you send us the application itself as well as your transcripts. If you want to send us your ACT scores, an essay, or letter of recommendation, you're welcome to. Those may help you to get into Heidelberg or with scholarships. But if you are torn as far as if you want to send that ACT score, that SAT score to us, I will let you know that we are completely test blind when it comes to scholarships. So the only thing we're going to look at those scores for is whether or not you're going to get into Heidelberg. Once we've made that decision of you being accepted into the university, those test scores are not looked at whatsoever when we're determining your scholarships. So you don't have to send them to us. You aren't going to miss out on any kind of scholarship opportunities by not sending those to us because we're not going to look at them anyways. Just for admission will we look at those. So we are available for the application on our website as well as through the Common App. So you have both options. Whichever one's going to be more convenient for you, we are open to both options here at Heidelberg. So I mentioned that we don't require those test scores. So as far as those scholarships go, they range from $15,000 to $20,000. A lot of students receive those scholarships. If you get that presidential scholarship, that's for all 4 years. So that's $80,000 over the 4 years that you would be here at Heidelberg. So then we also look at what tuition, room, board, technology fees are. Tuition is $31,700. Something that just got announced last week to Heidelberg, we haven't even had a chance to add it in here, is that we are starting a tuition freeze for our students at Heidelberg. So once we determine what the tuition will be for fall 2021, you will be locked into that price for all 4 years. So you do not have to worry about anything going up from there. I know here at Heidelberg and at a lot of schools, year to year, you're looking at a 2 to 3% increase from freshman year to sophomore year. So if you're looking at a 4-year jump, you're looking at 9% potentially of a jump going up with these tuition costs. So with us locking that in, we're potentially saving you thousands of dollars in guaranteeing that that tuition price is not going to go up at all over those 4 years. So room and board, $10,900, and then your technology fee is $600. So what these two are including, room and board includes that roof over your head, your unlimited meal plan. We also have laundry included in that cost, so you don't have to worry about quarters here on campus. With the technology fee, that's unlimited black and white printing, your Wi-Fi, cable, and support from our IT team. So your total sticker price is $43,200 to come to Heidelberg for a year. But like I said, you're looking at potentially $20,000 in just scholarships. And when you are accepted into Heidelberg, you will know exactly which one of those you are going to receive for all 4 years. So you can plan accordingly. Because if you know you're going to have a $20,000 presidential scholarship for all 4 years and your tuition isn't going to change, that helps you to know that you are going to know exactly how much your cost is going to be for all 4 years and that it will continue to be an attainable cost that you can do for those 4 years here at Heidelberg. I do encourage every single student to go ahead and fill that FAFSA out, especially for that first year. Get a financial aid package from every school that you really are interested in. Don't rule anyone out until you see that, because there's potential that you could get beyond that $20,000 in aid if you do have need-based aid on top of that. But at the same time, when you're looking at schools, treat it as an investment in yourself, because that's really what it is. Don't necessarily pick the school that is going to be the very cheapest for you to go to. Don't necessarily pick the one that's the most expensive either. Pick the one that's going to be the best fit for you. But part of that fit is the fact that you are able to afford it. So make sure you're still thinking smart, but picking the best fit for you as a student. So I hope that you have gotten some information here that would be of benefit to you. But really, the one way that you are going to get the best feel for whether or not school is going to be the right fit for you is to visit that university. If you are able and it is a smart decision for you, I encourage you to visit Heidelberg. We are open in person for visits. And we intend on continuing that into next semester as well. But come and visit in person, have a personalized visit experience. If you're interested in athletics, see if we can get you to meet with a coach. If you want to meet with a professor in your field, we can see if we can do that as well. Some professors are teaching remote, but we are more than happy to set up a Zoom meeting, something like that, so you can really talk to those people who are going to be influential in your education. You'll of course meet with an admission counselor and have a tour, but we really want to make sure you're making the right decision for you. So definitely come and visit, or if you can't, check out our website, heidelberg.edu. You can learn a lot of information from there. Or if you have any questions, I haven't seen any in the chat yet, but you are more than welcome to go ahead and send us an email, or you can call us as well at this number here if you do have any questions. But at this point, I haven't seen anything pop up as a question for me. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to our OACAC facilitator to wrap things up for us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all again for joining us this afternoon. Once you close your screen, a very quick 4-question survey will appear. As a reminder, you're able to review a recording of this webinar at oacac.org, and we encourage you to browse all upcoming sessions on the website as well. Thank you all again, and we hope you have a great afternoon.